Hello and welcome to the Money Compass. In each of our Money Journey episodes, Julie brings to you a special guest to share their treasured memories along with the highs and lows of their very own unique and emotional money journey.
So hello everybody and welcome to the Money Compass podcast. Today I'm joined by Katie Webster, who's going to be telling us all about her money journey. So Katie, I'll let you introduce yourself and tell everyone what you do.
Hello, and thank you for the invite. I'm Katie Webster and I'm a business success strategist.
Try saying that after a
I know.
You told me you were sober. This is first thing.
I am, I promise.
Okay. No, it's fantastic to have you on with us today. So my first question for you is, can you tell us what your earliest money memory is?
Yeah, and I've referenced this a few times and it seems to come back more and more because people tend to talk to me about money predominantly because, as you know, I don't have any mindset issues around speaking about money. But the earliest memory I have, and this will make you laugh, is counting the money in the suitcase under my mum and dad's bed.
Oh, blimey. Can I ask, what was the money doing in the suitcase under your parents?
Dad didn't trust banks at the time. So that was the bank of dad, was the suitcase. He's old school in business. So if he was still running his businesses now, you'd still get the little brown envelope handwritten by his secretary with the pound notes inside. So it was a big cash thing for in our house. Money was, the big rolls of it everywhere because it was a cash thing. Everything was put in brown envelopes because they were it was to pay the digger drivers, it was to pay whatever. So because he didn't trust the banks, it literally was in the big brown suitcase under the bed. And now, unfortunately, new money doesn't smell, but old money really smells. And that takes me, if I smell that now, it's gone now, but if I smell that, it takes me right back. And I can remember as a child pulling it out, might have been no more than 4 or 5, and just arranging them, because I've got a bit OCD, and arranging them that they were all the right way in the right order.
Yeah.
And and counting it.
Oh, no, that's fantastic. I remember I have a cousin when I was growing up and he used to keep all his money under the mattress. Obviously, your dad took it to a whole new level with a suitcase as well. So I like it. Very, very good. I do think it's a shame. I mean, I like cash as well. And like you say, it had the smell. And I remember when I was younger going to buy my first car and my dad gave me the cash to go and buy it with. And I think if I turned up a Mercedes now with 25 grand in cash, they'd probably have a heart failure, call the police, and I'd be arrested.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
I do miss that feeling of actually going about to buy a big purchase with cash. I think that's something that, because I think when you backs it over, it's not really the same, is it? When you've got the cash, you're like, I earned this. I'm really proud.
And it's that proud, exactly that. Yeah. It's when you walk in with that large, the only way you can describe it, wad of money. It's almost like it's that pat on the back. This is what I've earned. This is what I've got. And I suppose it's that tangible. You can see it. I actually think I'm a bit old school. I like to have cash in my purse as well. Yeah. I very rarely don't spend it, but I like to open the purse to see that it's there, because most of the stuff, it's still card and whatever. I'm not quite as au fait. I don't have Apple Pay because that just blows my mind. But I do like to have, when I open my purse, to see pound notes in my wallet.
Yeah, I do find I'm one of those people, if we go for a meal, I'll be the one who pays on my card, so everyone gives me cash.
Yes.
And I've always got cash.
I love that. As soon as somebody puts it down, it's like playing Snap. They put it down, I pull it out, and I put it on my card.
Yeah, no, this is it. No, I always like it. I don't think I can't remember the last time I actually took cash out of a hole in the wall, even before COVID, because I'd always have cash from doing it. And especially if it's a big meal, I always used to have loads of Scottish currency in my purse, and I would go to Tesco's to pay a Scottish £10 note, and they were all like, "Oh, I don't know if I can do that." So yeah, no, it's brilliant. I do like cash. No, that's great. So Katie, we digress there. We could go.
No, always. Sorry.
No, you're fine. So do you want to tell us your money journey in your own words?
So my money journey is, again, probably from day dot, really. I always wanted to run my own business. And I am a daddy's girl, and dad runs his own business. And yet I've got 2 sisters and a brother, and that's not what they want to do. So it was just what I wanted to do. We were very fortunate. We lived on a farm. And the first thing I wanted to do was I wanted to pick damsons and sell them at the end of the drive. That was my thing. I can remember the first job I did at the age of 11, which was £1.10 an hour. I know that those kind of specific facts. I loved that my mum's friend would pick me up to take us to outside catering. I would work from Friday through till Sunday. I would live on my tips. My money that came in my little brown envelope that we mentioned before would just be put one side, where I would save up for, at the time my sisters and I were all into horses. And again, we were very fortunate that we had ponies, but I would buy, the expensive jacket or the expensive riding boots because I'd saved my money. Yeah. So I always knew I wanted to make money and run my own business. And then I went to university and did a business degree. Yeah. I did that up in Leeds, passed that. And then literally my final year, Dad said to me, "What are you going to do?" And I said, "Don't really know. I just know I want to do my business." He did think I would go into his construction business, but starting getting towards sort of leaving university, I didn't think it was for me. And then coincidentally, in my final year of my degree, my then boyfriend asked me to marry him. Went to look at wedding dresses, thought that, and I'm all about service, me as well. I love money, but everything I do is about service. Yeah. And I thought, God, this is horrendous, this service, and I'm about luxury as well and all of that. And literally got married in the July, should I say? God, you've gone mad at me for getting the wrong month. July. It was definitely July, I promise. It's 24 years this year, so I shouldn't forget it, should I? That's so bad.
Don't let him listen to this.
Well, he will, but he'll just laugh at me saying, "Oh, she's so silly." And then opened a bridal shop in November, which is the weirdest thing because I profess profusely that I am not a girly girl. So I don't buy dresses. I don't wear dresses. I don't possess even the makeup, something that these ladies possess, as in foundation, all this stuff. I'm not that kind of girly girl, but I am very direct, as you know. Yeah. And if somebody says to me, "Does my bum look big in this dress?" they're going to get a yes if it does. Do you know what I mean? But the way I was successful with the wedding dresses was I'd say, "Well, actually, that's not the best for you. This is better." Yeah. So I did that for 16 years, made every mistake under the sun. I did an advertising campaign for 12 months. It cost me £30,000. Didn't make a penny out of it. Everything at the time when I started business was not online. So there was no websites. So you kind of had to keep reinventing the wheel because mine weren't repeat business. Yeah. So I kept building. But all the way along the way, people would always say to me, "How did you sign your lease? How long is your lease for? How big was your radius on, the label that you bought this year? How much did you invest in it?" All those kinds of things, people would start to ask me questions about business. So then I would start getting, and it was all for free, because if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer it as honest as I can. And I was doing all of that. Then Mum got poorly and I thought, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. It was 16 years in, closed it down, and then was headhunted for a fashion position, which was all e-commerce. And I did their PR and marketing for them, and still getting asked about business stuff. Then the pandemic came in and I thought, right, what am I going to do? I was furloughed from the fashion e-commerce world, knew about the coaching world. I dabbled in it and I was watching it. I very much do my due diligence on everything I do beforehand. And I sort of danced around this coaching world. What is it? Because I don't perceive myself as a coach. Never have, never will. I'm very much target and strategy driven. And then I thought, if I don't do it now, when I've got this opportunity, I'm furloughed to do it for myself. I did it for myself. And where am I now? 16 months into it. And it's just been phenomenal.
Yeah. No, fantastic. So what do you think was your take homes? What bits have you thought I really learned from that experience? So your advertising campaign, you said that you did it all, paid £30,000 and nothing came of it. Do you look back and go, I know what I did wrong there, or I think I should? Yeah.
So it's things like, particularly with that one, it was, again, you got to remember, there was no Instagram, no Facebook, no websites. So the only thing that you could invest in from a publicity point of view was glossy magazines and luxury glossy magazines. So that's where I thought, well, that's where I need to advertise. That's what I would do. And I did a 12-month campaign. And as I say, it was £30,000. And all it did for me was raise my profile within the industry. Didn't raise my profile with my brides, because I'd made the judgment that they all picked that particular magazine. And at the time there might have been 4. So I had a 1 in 4 chance that my potential ideal client would pick up the magazine that I'd paid to be in. So that was for me was keep your money in your purse, do a bit more legwork yourself. I am a serial networker and a serial connector. You know, getting out there, getting in front of people, just having a conversation and talking to them is, in my humble opinion, far more lucrative than spending £30,000 on a magazine that somebody may or may not pick up.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that, definitely. I think over the years we've done advertising. We did a full page pull out in a double page effort in our local newspaper a long time ago when we first set the company up, and we had 1 inquiry. It was like, it went to like, I don't know how many thousand people, and we're like, wow, that's not particularly, and we paid a fortune for it. But yeah, I have to say, yeah, networking, going out, connecting, works much better.
And it's wonderful now because after the pandemic, I went to something at the weekend, and it was just lovely being in a room with people, and I could feel myself falling back into, this is comfortable, this is where I like to be, this is my groove. You know, people are coming and saying hello, I'm going to say hello to them. And I am very much a face-to-face. One of the things I always say is I like to see the whites of your eyes, because then I know that we're on the same page, or you know, you're not interested, all those kinds of things. So yeah, that human contact, I absolutely love it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I know exactly what you mean by that. So yeah, no, it's good to be able to start getting out and about and seeing people. That's fantastic. And thank you so much for sharing your journey with us. So as we are on the Money Compass, and as we know, travel is very, very important, and we do like our holidays, what would you say your favourite holiday destination is, and why?
Do you know, I was thinking about this morning, even though I didn't know this question was coming. For our honeymoon in July, I have to remember the right month, it was definitely July, we went to Fuerteventura. Now, I know it's not Bora Bora, or it's not the Caribbean, but we went there, and we've now got a house there. And I was thinking about it so in July, we will have been going for 24 years. We go to other places and other destinations, as you know, as you would expect us to do. But that's kind of home from home. And because of the pandemic, we haven't been for 2 years, it feels really weird. You know, things like we would have friends of ours would take and cook paella on the beach, and my boys can both speak fluent Spanish because of going there, and I think being bilingual is a superb thing to have. So yeah, and it's funny, sort of, we went first, my husband and I, for our honeymoon. Then my parents-in-law, they went out and they bought a house out there, you know, so it seems like we've all gravitated there. So there's a lot of my memories, my children's memories, are all tied up in Fuerte, and we cannot wait to get back to it.
No, I know exactly what you mean, because we had our honeymoon in Rhodes, and we go every year as well. And again, we haven't been for 2 years. So, and it is, we miss, and my husband's been going for about 30 years. So I've been going for about 20 odd years. And then we've ended our honeymoon there. And then we it's just been one of those, again, you get a feel for a place, and like you, we go other places, but it's just nice. And we've got friends who live out there, which we've missed seeing, which will be really lovely to get back and see people again. So it's really good. So Katie, do you want to tell us where people can find you?
Yeah, again, I'm really naughty because I don't have a website. I'm not into them at all. But you can find me on Facebook as Katie Webster Strategist, or you can find me on Instagram as Katie Webster Strategist. Come and say hi.
Yeah, and Katie's links will be on our website, because we do have a website, which you're about to go and find her as well. So, thanks so much for joining us today, and I'll speak to you very soon.
You will do. Thank you.
And with that, we've completed today's episode. We hope you have enjoyed following along with us today and taking another step closer to a financially secure future.
If you've enjoyed today's podcast, you can head over to themoneycompass.co.uk, where you can find out more information, hints and tips from today's episode.
If you'd like to get more involved, share your own experiences and learn from a friendly community on a similar journey to you, why not join us in our Facebook group, The Money Compass, where we will support you in navigating your way to financial success.
Thank you for listening, and see you next time.